From Sioux City, it's a 24H of Jacob Hammer.
Row 2 to the inside, we see Pearson, Iowa's Dalton Woodle in the 16. To the outside is the 69V of Danny Vanderveen.
Row number 3 to the inside, that is going to be from Sioux City, the 7G of Gilbert Aldape. And also from Sioux City, the 15T of Tyler Thompson.
Shotgun on the field is going to be Nathan Recker in the 24R to Granville as we take to the green flag. And good start by the 16 of Woodle as he jumps off to the front into turns 1 and 2, being hounded on, though, by everybody else behind him. Chases on for second on back.
Woodle had a great run last week in the heat race and in the feature, and he's picking up where he left off there. Everybody gets out of the 3-wide rut. It's going to be Thompson and Vanderveen side by side. Thompson's car was in Denison on Friday night without Thompson in it. Levi Volkert driving the 15T as a backup replacement. Right now it is Thompson himself in there, battling still side by side with the 69V. That is for second and third as, whoa, problems for the 11 of Dufek. He is pulling in. He is done.
Dufek going to call it a heat race on this one. Return to the pit area here later on and get ready for the feature as Woodle's going to lead us through turns 3 and 4 once again. Chase is on for the second spot as Thompson going to try and drive away from that second spot and battle for third now as Vanderveen's up on the high side of Nathan Recker. Battle on for the third spot.
Recker able to get around Vanderveen as Vanderveen got really sketchy sideways into 1 and 2 through 3 and 4. It is Nathan Recker pulling that left front off the ground as he is now sitting in third, but he wants more. He thinks he can get around the 15T of Tyler Thompson. He's going to try the theory. He goes from the high side down to the low side. He's at the corner, at the door, through 3 and 4. They're side by side as the white flag comes out. They're going to still be side by side with Recker barely ahead at the line.
Recker was able to get ahead at the line. Dalton Woodle's going to lead us down the back straightaway and sail it into turns 3 and 4, all his own. And off of turn number 4 this time, heat race number 1 goes to the 16 of Dalton Woodle. Second's going to go to Nathan Recker, then it's Tyler Thompson. Danny Vanderveen rounding out the top 5 is a 7G of Gilbert Aldape. 7 cars, 6 laps the distance, ready to go. Heat race 2 of 2 here in your M&T Motorsports IMCA Sport Compact.
Okay, then we're hobby stocking.
Through turns 3 and 4, and we're going to go to the green flag. It is up, it is out. We're racing in the compacts once again.
As it's going to be Lamer running him down into 1 and 2. Walding trying to come high, wide, and around the outside. He is going to shoot right by Lamer. That is going to take him right straight into that lead. Oh, Lamer gets up there, gets a little step. He gets into the side of Walding, but Walding still hangs on to the lead, lap number 1.
Walding to the lead, followed by Lamer. It's a 3-car battle for that third spot. Osler's going to stair-step it on the 3-wide situation into turns 3 and 4. Savage going to tuck tail behind Osler for the moment. And synchronized spinners through turns 1 and 2. Side contact made, and Lamer's going to try and drive away. He will do so. Savage also getting back on the gas, but he's going to pull it into the infield and call no joy on the heat race. As we're going to stay clean and green, battle on for the second spot between Brown and Osler. Brown giving a tap to the back to Osler as they sail down the front straightaway.
As we continue on with the green flag. Battle for second, absolutely awesome. Might end up being a 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth. As here comes Mike Vogt. But as of right now, it is still Osler with second. And all over her back bumper cover, that is the 35JR of Taylor Brown.
So with Walding all on his own out front, walking away from this one, we're going to maintain the battle for the second spot as Osler has it for the moment. Brown wants it, sails through turns 3 and 4, and as they come through turns 3 and 4, white flag's going to come out. Walding still your race leader, battle still on for the second spot, but we're all behind your race leader. Down the back straightaway, it's all Jacob Walding.
And I'll tell you right now, Dugan, I'm not sure how he's doing it because the left rear tire is all kinds of cattywampus. He wins, but there is definitely damage to the left rear tire. Taylor Brown gets second, Brooke Osler third, Mike Vogt fourth, Levi Volkert fifth. The front edge of the left rear tire is towed way out, and the top side is actually cambered in. So, wow. And rounding out the field from Sturgis, South Dakota. That place is business is fixing to pick up there here in just a week or two. That's the 85 junior of Sean Pudwill. As RPMs come up and nope. Oh no! The start was called back. Tommy Tanner slowed down. As he slowed down, he got sideways. Kirk Beatty absolutely monster trucked over the front nose of Tanner. Ooh, that could have been a whole lot worse, ladies and gentlemen. Of your IMCA Freeze and Performance Northern Sport Mods, brought to you by Professional Concrete and Mavericks. We're going to give you, Boss Man, how many are we giving them? 4 heat races. So you'll get these 2 and then the 2 heat races for the late model street stocks, and then you got to go to AdvantageRacing.tv and get your nightly pass from there. Green is out. This time the start will stick. And look at this. Tommy Tanner, no ill effects from that monster trucking that he took, as he is powering himself right into second, right behind Woodle. Daniel Woodle, followed by Tommy Tanner, Dan Wagner, Kirk Beatty, and Carl Brewer. That is your top 5. So nice to see that Beatty, no damage is slowing him down after that incident as well. Top 5 going to remain the same except for Carl Brewer. Now works up into P3, and he's going after Tanner for second. Leader of the Brew Crew is coming in hot with a side of spicy fries, Dugan.
Battle on for that second place spot. As you mentioned, they're going to be chasing down Daniel Woodle on that 16 machine as they sail into turns 1 and 2 this time. Brewer now getting around Tommy Tanner that time as Tanner slipped the grip off of turn number 2 into turns 3 and 4. The Brew Crew going to dive it down low, try to get the grip. 2 laps to go and a battle for 1 and 2.
Oh, this battle is absolutely heating up as once again it's going to be Brewer on the low side, Woodle on the high side. Brewer tried to drift up, shut the door. Woodle was already there. This time, Carl Brewer, little bit sideways, 2 sideways as they come down. It's going to be Brewer by 32 1/1000ths of a second with the white flag out, 1 to go.
Down the back straightaway one last time. Brewer's got the race lead, and Woodle had to get off the gas for a moment there to keep from making contact. But off of turn number 4, it's all the Brew Crew. Carl Brewer is going to take home heat race number 1.
Daniel Woodle in second, followed by Tommy Tanner, Kirk Beatty, and Michael Kramer, rounding out your top 5. At the conclusion of this heat race, we will, of course, bring in our Sioux Empire Cleaning late model street stock heat races. Again, big thank you to the Sioux Empire Cleaning late model street stock series for coming in. Of course, this was supposed to happen a few weeks ago, but it got rained out, so great that they were able to reschedule it. As we're going to come out of turn number 4, this time the start will stand. It's going to be Spring with the early advantage. Jackson and Wertman side by side. Now Wertman gets a little bit sideways. That's going to put Jackson up there into second. Wertman able to gather it back up. He is going to try and get back to the outside. Nope. Going to try and go the inside. Way sideways, out of shape. It's going to be Spring, followed by Jackson, Jonathan Jensen, Willie Kirk, Wertman, and Montag, your field.
And as they come off of turn number 2 this time, here comes Jensen ripping the lip around the high side of Willie Kirk. He's trying to find that momentum up high as Montag's trying to fight his way back up as well as he'll cut to the inside and get by the 52 of Wertman. He's going to try and catch the back bumper of that 3-car battle for that second spot. Jensen up high, Kirk down low. There on the back bumper of Jackson. A little tap to the back going through 3 and 4. Battle is on.
Meanwhile, while that Pandalarium's going on, now that's a 4-car battle. Let's throw in Rusty Montag. Brody Spring is like, I want no part of you fools. I am out of here. He has built up a 1.026 second advantage as Willie Kirk now into second, and he is tracking down your leader, boys and girls. 0.6 of a second from a full second advantage.
Meanwhile, a crossover deeper in the field as Jensen had got passed by Montag. Montag now to the back bumper of Jackson. Battle for the race lead on once again. Is a white flag going to come out? We have 1 lap to go, and at the line, give that position to which one got it, PJ?
Brody Spring by 51 1/1000ths of a second. It is just that close. Willie Kirk now has it. Brody Spring going to put it up on the high, scary side. Try to drive it down the hill. It's going to be a drag race. Willie Kirk will win the heat race. Brody Springs second, followed by Rusty Montag, Luke Jackson, Jonathan Jensen, and Kevin Wortman, your field. Oh, my. Interstate Speedway, I hope you were entertained with that one because that was an all-timer heat race. Get up and on. As they come through 3 and 4, Vanderveen's going to lead them down as Jacob Walding not making the call. We are green as it's going to be Vanderveen to the early advantage. Here comes Woodle around to the outside. It's going to be Dalton Woodle. Had a great run last week, wasn't quite able to seal the deal. Tonight, he is running with purpose and 3 wide for 3, 4, and 5.
3 wide for the third spot as Vanderveen holds on to the second spot, tries to chase down to the low side to get that lead back, but the battle raging on for that third, fourth, fifth, and sixth spots. Coming through turns 3 and 4, Volkert's up on the high side trying to secure the third spot from Aldape and chase down Vanderveen. Side by side for third, Aldape still down low.
As it's going to be Vanderveen again trying to go to the low side, not going to happen. Woodle has that Cavalier parked up on the high, scary side right along the edge of the Rumbly Crumblies, and he is making it work. Picking off another lap. It's going to be him, followed by Vanderveen, Aldape, the area code 712 of Volkert, and the 15T of Thompson.
Down the back straightaway we go. Battle still raging on now for the second spot. Volkert's now on the low side of Aldape. They cross it over. Volkert bobbled it up. Now Aldape's going to run away in that third spot and hit the high side and try to chase down Vanderveen. Vanderveen still running down on the low side as here comes Thompson getting into the fourth spot.
Something going on with Volkert's car. It is wicked snappy as he has fallen now back to the clutches of Tyler Thompson. That is going to be for fourth spot as Thompson's going to get around him. Now that opens the door for Vogt. Vogt trying to get in there and take fifth place away from the area code 712 of Volkert's. Up front, though, Dalton Woodle is still hanging in there. Vanderveen and Aldape still side by side for second and third.
Woodle has got to be liking this as the guys are battling behind him. That's taken their momentum and keeping him behind him as now Aldape is running the high side trying to get his way back around the 6-9 via Vanderveen. He kind of dips it down into the midline. Vanderveen way down low. Woodle way up high. That's going to open the door for everybody to start catching his back bumper. We're going to have a 3-car dance for the top spot.
We already do, as here comes Vanderveen again to the low side. Aldape's got a good run. He's at Woodle's quarter. Has to back off ever so slightly. Now Vanderveen catches back up side by side with Aldape. Little bit of a wiggle. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Aldape at the line has the lead this time by.
3 cars going at it for the top spot, and it's going to be a cage match down the back straightaway. Aldape, your race leader. Second currently being held by Vanderveen. There's a little bit of contact from Woodle into the back of Aldape. Now it's going to be 2 cars dancing for the top spot, but through turns 1 and 2 this time, it's going to be Vanderveen edging out to the front, and Aldape still ripping the high side.
Similar situation last week when Gilbert Aldape was the feature winner. Had to get around Woodle to do it. Now you're going to throw Vanderveen in the mix too, as Vanderveen still about a quarter of a car length ahead. This time, Vanderveen's going to try and pitch Aldape to the high side. Not a smart move because Aldape loves that high line. They're going to be side by side through 3 and 4. Again, half a car length advantage to Vanderveen this time. Aldape ahead by half a car.
Aldape back to the race lead, that time by the line. Vanderveen still on the low side. Aldape ripping the lip on the high side. Vogt now is into the third spot as a battle for fourth is Thompson down the low side of Woodle. Up front, battle for lead still raging on. Ripping the high side, keep the momentum up. Aldape had it by a car length that time by.
Little bit of Rubbins racing, sheet metal rearrangement by Thompson as he drifts up into Woodle there in 3 and 4. Now they're going to come around. Volker going to get around Woodle as well. Meanwhile, back up front, Vanderveen again to the inside of Aldape, but Aldape just gets better bite coming off of that mid-groove, that higher line, able to hold off the advances of the 69V of Vanderveen once again.
We're going to be coming through turns 3 and 4, and we will see the big bed sheet in the air. 1 lap to go this time as the lead cars are still duking it out side by side. Aldape now gets out in front as they sail into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, they are going to go. Aldape, a race leader, and a bobble by Vanderveen.
And that, unfortunately, is going to seal the fate of Vanderveen as Aldape goes through 3 and 4 one more time. And back-to-back weeks, same winner. Gilbert Aldape wins. Danny Vanderveen second. Mike Vogt third. Tyler Thompson fourth. And Dalton Woodle recovers for fifth. Starting to make this old hat. He's going to get out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Your IMCA Mach 1 Sport Compact presented by M&T Motorsports feature winner, Gilbert Aldape.
Gilbert Aldape, we're going to have some words here in victory lane. You're back again, and you kind of had to work for that one with Danny Vanderveen, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a hell of a race. That's a nice, clean race. That's what we want.
Nice, clean race, what you got, and you had to work your way through it. Who do you got to thank to get you the victory lane, and how was that track out there?
First of all, thank the Lord for letting us be here today. Friends, family, my wife, everybody's helped, work on the car. As far as the track, another great day to track. The track was good. It helps run second, so we get a pretty good track to race on.
All right, well, we'll let you celebrate here in victory lane once again. Gilbert Aldape, your feature winner in your M&T Motorsports IMCA Sport Compacts.
Back-to-back weeks, I might add. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we ask you to get off your seat or get out of your seat and get on your feet. Wave for the drivers, show them some love. It's parade and wave time for your professional concrete and Maverick Sport Mods. And we are Sportmod Racing with your professional concrete and Mavericks feature. It's going to be Brody Spring with early advantage, but here comes Woodle, high, wide, and around the outside. He is going to take over the lead. Third and fourth side by side as it's Kramer and Tanner. Here comes Luke Jackson. He wants to push it 3 wide, and let's just throw in Carl Brewer for good measure. Let's go 4 wide.
We're going to send it off at turn number 2 this time, and there goes Kramer on the high side, taking that second place spot in commanding fashion. Dips it through turns 3 and 4. He's going to try and chase down Woodle, your race leader. Battles on for the third spot. Give that spot to Tommy Tanner as he takes over the spot for Brody Spring. Luke Jackson ripping the lip on the high side as well as Kramer. Kramer bottled a little bit. Now make the battle for the second spot between Tanner and Kramer.
As they're still going to war, Daniel Woodle has absolutely started to walk away. Kramer, Tanner still absolutely throwing haymakers like a couple of prize fighters for that second place spot. They are second or side by side still through 3 and 4. This time by, it's going to be Tanner with second spot. 78 1/1000ths of a second behind Tanner. Here's a 53K of Kramer. Now Tanner feeling a little froggy as he's going after the leader, Woodle. They're going to come out of 4 down the front stretch. Still going to be Woodle, but Tommy Tanner showing some life. He wants to get away from Kramer, and he wants to go do battle with the leader for the win. Not last night, but the week before, Tommy Tanner picked up the win at the Worthington Speedway. As they're going to fire it off down into 1 and 2 once again. Woodle still hanging in there. Kramer still hanging tough with the 48 of Tanner, but it's still all Daniel Woodle leading this feature.
The top three is the story here tonight as they keep battling out between each other. Kramer's up on the high side, having a great run of the year so far. Woodle still your race leader down the back straightaway, still battling off for the second spot between Kramer and Tanner. And we go to the yellow flag as Jensen around in turn number 4. Kramer choosing the high line on this restart, putting Tanner down on the low side, which is how they've been battling all race long. And it's going to be Brewer and Jackson, the rest of the top 5. We come to the green flag.
As Woodle fires it off back down the front stretch, leading him back down into 1 and 2. Luke Jackson now trying to take a look under Tanner. Tanner's going to shut the door.
Trouble.
Here comes
one,
Brewer.
Trouble turns 1 and 2. Let's see if he gets it moving. He's down to the bottom of the track, and it looks like we're going to have to go to the yellow flag. That is the 2-1 of Kirk Beatty. This battle up front is all for naught.
As Brewer was absolutely just sailing it through the middle.
I didn't mean to burst your bubble there, but yeah, he's got a little bit of a problem there. Oh, debris.
Yeah, there's some debris down there too. Obviously must be off of the 2-1 of Beatty, but possibly some trim. I mean, obviously the car is moving, so it's not what my first thought was, which is drive shaft.
But he's able to drive away, so it's not that. It's picked up, and it's off the track now. And maybe they'll get that battle going like it was before.
And try to shoot the gap through the middle, I might add.
As they come off of turn number 4 this time, we come to the green flag. Hammer it down, we're back to racing. Down the front straightaway. Kramer slipped up in front of Tommy Tanner, wiped the nose of him, and here comes Brewer down on the low side. He's going to battle off for the race lead as he got a 2-for-1 special on that restart and a tap to the back from Kramer.
Tap to the back, that was a thump to the rump from Tanner, but here comes the 13K. Leader of the Brew Crew side by side with Woodle. Woodle has his first real challenge as Kramer purchases ticket to Slide Job City. He got off the plane and is checking out the sights. New leader Kramer, but keep an eye out because guess who's coming? It's Willie Kirk now in the second.
Through 1 and 2 last time, Slide Job City was there, and yellow is out again as 52 of Wortman slow at the top of turns 1 and 2. He's able to get it back going, and we go to the caution. I was going to say, Slide Job City had been the destination for Carl Brewer, and it looked like Woodle missed the turnoff for Crossover Avenue as he slammed the brakes behind Brewer when he slid up in front of him. That opened the door for Willie Kirk to come on by to the inside, and now Kirk has a second spot as Wortman's going to have a chat with the official to check and make sure the car is okay.
This time, they just did it way, way wrong. So we got them re-racked, repacked, and restacked. We're going to try them again. 9 laps down, 11 laps to go. 1 lap away from halfway. This time, it's a much better start as Brewer is going to lead the pack down into 1 and 2. Willie Kirk around the low side as Woodle gets a huge push. And look at this, we were 5 wide coming on 2 for a second. Are you kidding me, Dugan?
5 wide for a moment as 2 cars bobbled it up onto the high side through turns 1 and 2. They're still having handling issues. That's Kramer and Tanner up on the high side of the track. That lets Montag come on by, Brody Spring and Kirk Beatty making a charge back to the front.
Oh, man, for about a lap and a half, they were just wrecked looking for a place to happen. Luckily, everybody's starting to settle down. And here comes Towhead. Montag now up to 4th as he is looking to go
back
by
to the
Woodle.
yellow flag. Debris in turn number 3 and 4. It's being picked up. It's a bumper piece.
So the caution will be credited to
Jacques.
French Formula E racer Jacques Debris.
Throw back with Tanner to his outside. What does Towhead have for the top 3 in this one?
Well, we know he doesn't have rear quarter panels because both sides are curled up underneath each other. So it looks like he has half quarters on there. But that car is still every bit as wicked fast as green is out. And it's going to be Willie Kirk jumping to the early advantage in that battle for second and third. He's going to bring Towhead right with him. Woodle fights back to the outside. Going to be able to get back by Towhead, not get back by the A6W of Kirk. as, Brewer about met the wall. He about met the creed. He managed to hang on for the lead. Here comes Tommy Tanner.
Tanner now down to the low side of Woodle, and that's a 3-car situation with Montang down there. They're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Woodle dives it up high. Tanner and Montang both choose the low side. They're going to come off of turn number 4. Woodle gets some momentum, making a 4-car dance for the 3rd spot.
It is a 4-car dance for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. As here comes Kramer. Gets by Towhead, gets by Tanner. Gets right on the back bumper of Woodle. Tanner now trying to battle back to the inside, can't quite do it. It's still going to be a Brewer followed by Willie Kirk, then Daniel Woodle, Mike Kramer, and Tommy Tanner. Your top 5. Kramer now going to work on Woodle again. He wants 3rd.
Wants 3rd, and he has to slip up behind him on turns 3 and 4. He's going to dive it down to the low side, try to build that momentum back up. 3rd and 4th are starting to catch your 2nd place runner as they clip the wall in turn 1 and 2, dive it down the back straightaway. Kramer's going to chase down and try to get that 3rd place spot as Tanner also trying to follow in line.
Meanwhile, Carl Brewer is absolutely gone. He just went from 1.7 seconds ahead of Willie Kirk to 2.4. So basically, Carl Brewer, we got problems. The 88 around down in turn number 4. He's going to come back out on the track and then pull it back in. No, he's going to pull it right on the front stretch. Now he's getting back up to speed. We're going to stay clean and green as Brewer just has to complete 2 more circuits, and he'll be back in Interstate Speedway victory lane. Willie Kirk has got a lot of work to do.
Battle for 3rd spot still raging hot and heavy. We got 3 cars going at it for the 3rd spot as Tanner's down the low side. Kramer bobbled it up and almost got into Woodle that time by. He's going to lose some ground, and we come to the white flag.
1 lap to go. We're not going to worry about the top 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6 is where it is at, as it is Woodle barely ahead of Tanner as they're going to come through 1 and 2 once again. Carl Brewer wins the feature. He is gone. It is going to be Willie Kirk in 2nd. Here's about Towhead goes around. Daniel Woodle 3rd. Tommy Tanner 4th. Michael Kramer 5th. And heartbreak for Rusty Montang as he goes around by himself in 3 and 4. Dominant performance by Carl Brewer and Willie Kirk, but it was Woodle, Tanner, Kramer, and up until turns 3 and 4 in the last lap, the T1 of Montang that stole the show in your Professional Concrete and Mavericks Sportmod A feature events. As the helmet and the steering wheel off, ladies and gentlemen, your Freezing Performance Sport Mods presented by Professional Concrete and Mavericks feature winner, Carl Brewer.
Back in Interstate Speedway victory lane, Carl Brewer. Walk us through that one. You kind of had a little eventful feature, didn't you?
Yeah, we didn't need all those cautions, but the first couple helped me get there. We rolled the bottom. I was just trying to go where everybody else was until I got there, and here we are.
Found your way around. Who do you got to thank to put her here in victory lane? How was that car working well?
Oh, the car's awesome. It's never bad. We keep working on it, keep getting it better, and it puts us in a good spot every race. So I need to thank Norquist Fab NF1 Race Cars, Hometown Root Salon, Blaine's Auto Body, Midwest Ready Mix, Monster Block, Bunyan's Bar and Grill, and Greg Wire Excavating.
All right, well, welcome back again to Interstate Speedway victory lane. Carl Brewer, your winner here tonight in your Professional Concrete and Mavericks IMCA Northern Sport Mods.